Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 22, Text 18. Tam paddayantim lalana lalamam asevitha shri charanairadustam vasamanorucchapada swasaram konanu mannetha budho biyatham. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: That wise man, what wise man would not welcome her, the very ornament of womanhood, the beloved daughter of Swayambhu Manu and sister of Uttanapada? Those who have not worshipped the gracious feet of the goddess of fortune cannot even perceive her, yet she has come of her own accord to seek my hand. Purport by Sri Prabhupada. Kardama Muni praised the beauty and qualification of Devahuti in different ways. Devahuti was actually the ornament of all ornamented beautiful girls. A girl becomes beautiful by putting ornaments on her body, but Devahuti was more beautiful than the ornaments. She was considered the ornament of the ornamented beautiful girls. Demigods and Gandharvas were attracted by her beauty. Kardama Muni, although a great sage, was not a denizen of the heavenly planets, but it is mentioned in the previous verse that Vishwavasu, who came from heaven, was also attracted by the beauty of Devahuti. Besides her personal beauty, she was the daughter of Emperor Swayambhuva and sister of King Uttanapada. Who could refuse the hand of such a girl? The Sanstha Bhaktivedanta purport. So we are hearing the conversation between Kardama Muni and Swayambhuva Manu, who came along with Devahuti to the hermitage of Kardama Muni. So Swayambhuva Manu, he makes a proposal to Kardama to marry his daughter Devahuti to him. So Kardama Muni is responding to it, and in the last few shlokas we have seen, he is recognizing and praising the qualities of Devahuti and her beauty. Glorification means it should be factual, it should not be flattery. Glorification means it should be based on truth. So here Kardama Muni's praise for Devahuti is factually true. So here it is mentioned lalamam. She is actually an ornament of all the ornamented girls. And then her beauty attracts even the demigods like Vishwavasu. These are the qualifications of Devahuti. And then here it is mentioned asevata shri charanai radrustam. If one doesn't worship Lakshmi, then he will not be able to see such girls. After all, she is a daughter of an emperor, always lives in a palace. How can an ordinary man see such qualified woman? It is not possible. So it's an unusual situation. From a material perspective, a emperor's daughter coming to a brahmachari's hermitage, a great sage, and requesting to marry her, this is an unusual situation. Unimaginable situation. Only in some movies probably we'll see very rich man's daughter and then a poor man. All those things you will see only in cinemas, not in the reality. But here we are seeing that Swayambhu Manu's beautiful daughter with all the qualifications, and then he is coming to ask Kardama, please marry her. So why this unusual? When something is connected to Lord's mission, it becomes very unusual. It becomes unimaginable. From material sense, these things are not possible, but when it is Lord's mission is there, then anything is possible. So that's why, what is the Lord's mission here? He has chosen Kardama and Devahuti as his future parents. They are going to be the parents of the Supreme Lord, who is coming on a mission in this world. Particularly, the son of Devahuti, Kapila, has a mission of propagating the philosophy of pure devotional service, Sankhya philosophy, to the mankind. And so he has chosen these two as his exalted parents. So hearing about them, hearing about Manu, these are all transcendental activities. These activities will purify the consciousness of a conditioned soul. His ideas of materialistic life will be shattered when he sees this glorious pastimes of the parents of the Supreme Lord. Our ordinary calculations, our ordinary understanding of marriages, everything will be vanquished, and we will develop a new understanding if we hear Bhagavatam. So Lord mission is very clear, that is to propagate the pure devotional service in the human society. And if someone links up his life to the mission of the Lord, then he will also experience unusual reciprocations in his life. Any devotee can experience this unimaginable, unusual happenings or blessings in his life, provided he links up his life to the mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So once Lord takes over our life, Krishna, he becomes the guide, he becomes the director of our life, then a devotee experiences a different situations in his life. And what is the mission that we have to link up as of today? Is there a Lord's mission now? Yes. Lord Chaitanya, he has expressed his mission. Janma sadhakari karo paropakar. The Lord Chaitanya has said, first of all, one should try to perfect his life and then spread this message of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to everybody. This is paropakar. So if somebody connects himself to this preaching mission, then his life will become glorious. Doesn't matter whether he is staying outside and has his own activity or business, still he can link up to the mission of the Supreme Lord. Once one devotee asking Prabhupada, Krishna Kshetra Prabhu is asking, I really wanted to know how to give up material desires once for all and how not to accept another body. And Prabhupada was saying, simply think of how to push on this movement. have that desire and no other desire. So if somebody links up his life to the mission of the Lord, he has got only one desire. How can I support? How can I push on this movement? Then he will not have to take another body. Then Prabhupada is saying in one letter, if you want to make progress in kicking out Maya from your life, for a practicing devotee, for a sadhaka, this is a big project. This is a big struggle. What is that? How to kick out Maya from our life. So Prabhupada is saying, if you want to do that, kicking out Maya, then help me to push on this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. We all have to assist Prabhupada in pushing on this movement. Whatever services we are doing, we should know that I am doing this as in an assisting capacity. We are all assisting Prabhupada to do the offerings to Krishna. Only Prabhupada can offer all our service, only he can serve. So he has given us some services by his mercy, so we are assisting him in his loving devotional service to Krishna. And then Prabhupada says, if somebody becomes an experienced preacher, what is the advantage? He says, when one is actually an experienced preacher, then he is able to chant Hare Krishna without any offense. So, without offense, chanting holy names of the Lord is not simply some exercise of mind and intellect. It is practical devotional service in maturing whatever services we are doing, and also in becoming a matured preacher. If somebody is given an opportunity to actually talk on the knowledge of Krishna, but if he refuses to do that, then here it is mentioned, if they do not do something to relieve the distressed condition of the human society, you have a capacity to reduce the distressed condition. And if you don't do that, then it is said that due to such neglect, their spiritual knowledge diminishes. Whatever we have learned, whatever we have read, slowly it will all evaporated if we don't do something to reduce the distressed condition of the society. This is Lord's wish. So, one should not be complacent that I am able to chant my 16 rounds, my sadhana is going on. One should be rigorous in his practice of preaching to the people and spreading this mission. Because this is Lord's mission. Only such devotees will be able to see the mystical hand of the Lord. Somebody who is stretching himself to do more and more and to perfect the services that he is doing, only those devotees will be blessed with reciprocation. They will only perceive the Lord's hand. And when something miraculous happens, such devotees will not become proud, because he knows, this is all done by the most mystical Lord, Yogeshwara. And so he gives credit to Guru and Krishna. So Prabhupada, he says, somebody who doesn't preach, he cannot rise to Madhyama platform. Of course, those devotees who are missionaries in the movement, everyone is preaching by doing their duties. Everyone is preaching. And if they can preach nicely, That means if they can do their services nicely, that's the greatest preaching. But nonetheless, if some opportunity is there to speak on Krishna, Krishna's glories, such devotees immediately take advantage and then take that opportunity to present something about Krishna. People requires this knowledge. One should not be hesitant to present the philosophy, thinking that I am not qualified, I am not so advanced, I still have anardhas, so what can I preach? We are not preaching on the basis of our power or our qualifications. We are not preaching on the basis of whether I have become a pure devotee. No. We are preaching on the order of Guru and Gauranga. My spiritual master wanted that Krishna's name, Krishna's glories are spread wide and far all over the world. So what can I do? If some opportunities are there, he immediately he becomes very happy. In the first chapter Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains how a Kshatriya, he becomes very happy if some fighting opportunities come to him on its own. He becomes very happy because he is a Kshatriya, he wants to fight. Similarly, a devotee, he becomes immediately engladdened when he gets an opportunity to speak about Krishna, Krishna's holy name. There is nothing boring for him. He can repeat the same message hundreds and thousands of times. Somebody analyzed what is the most quoted sloka of Prabhupada. And then the first two are, one is, you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Dehino esminadade. Wherever he goes, he quotes that. Dehino esminadadehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. So patiently. Prabhupada's level is much beyond this, you are not this body and all that. If somebody knows that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, that is called Brahmajnan. If somebody knows this Brahmajnan, then he is a Brahmana. It doesn't matter where he is born, caste, birth, these are not the criteria. If somebody understands that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, I am Krishna's servant, immediately he is a Brahmana. Such fully qualified Brahmanas exhibit some important qualities. The Satya, Dhamma, Titiksha. The first thing is that Brahmana is free from untruthfulness. He is free from lies, telling lies. So, that is the first qualification. Second, he is not agitated by opulences of the others. Other person may be more opulent, other person may be more beautiful, other person may be more educated. He will not be agitated. He will not be disturbed by others' opulences. He minds his own. He tries to develop his own qualities. So these are some fundamental qualities of a Brahmana, and such a Brahmana is considered Kanishtadhikari. A fully qualified Brahmana is a Kanishtadhikari because he knows only Brahman knowledge. There is Paramatma knowledge, there is Bhagavan knowledge. Knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, Krishna. If somebody understands, then he is a Vaishnava. Again, it doesn't matter whether he is born in a so-called Brahmana family, this family, that family. Birth is not a limitation, birth is not a deciding factor. What is important is your inclination. Do you have that inclination to understand Krishna and then progress in his devotional service? This is what is required. So one has to be conscious of this mission of the Supreme Personality. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, this is a different yoga, preaching yoga. Everybody has to be in a preaching mood. That is the missionary mode. And what is the goal, missionary goal of a devotee? If I can make one person as a pure devotee, I will get admittance into the spiritual world. I will go back to Krishna. If I can make one devotee, a pure devotee of Krishna, then I will get admission in this way. My life is successful. I can go back to Krishna. This is the goal. Maya tries to put lot of obstacles in the mind. No, you are not qualified. You are humble, you should be humble. Why are you preaching? That as if you are preaching, you are not humble. So we all have to come out of these shackles and then take the service of preaching nicely. So that's why devotees, they wait for opportunity to talk to people, tell them about these philosophical points, so that they can also perfect their lives. This is the goal. So that's why when we link up to such mission of the Lord, then you will see all miraculous things happening in our lives. Otherwise, it is impossible that today we will be able to sit like this in this temple hall. It is simply miracle Narsimha. That's all. How is it that he has done such a big miracle? Because we are trying to link up to Prabhupada's mission, Lord Chaitanya's mission. So that's why the big wonders are happening, and then we are able to sit and listen in a golden temple. We are listening to Bhagavatam. An unimaginable blessing it is. So devotees, they see this. If to see all this, the hand of the Lord, to see all these things, one has to become that preaching zeal. He should not be satisfied simply sitting in his room, chanting few rounds, and then thinking that now I have perfected my life. Moment he has little free time, immediately he takes up more and more and more and more, and then he tries to do his thing. Why? Only that zeal, only that spirit will bring him out of the offenses, and then he can chant nicely. So all our desire is that we want to come out of our offenses and we want to chant our rounds nicely. So here is the formula. Prabhupada is saying. Many times devotees struggle with Maya, battling with their minds, battling with their some doubts. All those things are going on. But Prabhupada is saying, you want to come out of this fighting with Maya, then push on this movement. There's an unusual solution, Many other spiritual paths, they'll say you have to battle the mind like this. If it says like this, you should say like that. All mental jugglery is going on. Prabhupada is saying, simply you increase your preaching and then push on this movement. We are in a different process. Not this regular yoga, sitting, meditation, and standing and sleeping, and we are not into all this. We are into a different mood. What is that mood? Every devotee is thinking, how can I reach this message to more and more people on a daily basis? If I am chanting 16 rounds, then it is my duty that I have to make others also to chant Hare Krishna. Every month one should look back and see how many people I have brought into Hare Krishna. And by Krishna's mercy, if that one of those persons become pure devotee, then I will get the entrance. I will go back to Krishna. That's why Bhakti Siddhanta and Prabhupada used to say, our mission is successful if one person can become a pure devotee. So, then as soon as one links up to such missionary goal, he comes under a different energy. He starts experiencing a different energy. That is the Sri Charanair. That is, he comes under the shelter of Sri Lakshmi, Radharani. He comes under the control of internal potency of the Supreme Lord. Very motherly, loving energy. Maya is not that. Maya is a beating energy. She is always piercing the jiva with a trident, go on piercing and piercing to make him fall into all these things. So we have a long way to go. Long way to go. Just to become Kanishta also we are not qualified. Why? Where are the qualifications? For example, in the Vaishnava community, there is no question of lying. So that is the beginning. Then comes other things, some great, big things, ecstasies, and all those things we can think of later. First you move out of Kanishta, you learn a little bit of this Brahmanical qualities. So this is essential. If you practice bhakti, mixing lower modes, passion and ignorance, will not be peaceful. At least come to Satoguna, Brahmanical qualifications. Then we'll be peaceful, we can practice. Then it's a long way from Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. So it's not that we can say I am a Vaishnava but I don't have any of these qualities. Basic things are also not there. No. Then it's called rubber stamp. We have to have these basic Brahmanical qualifications, particularly among the Vaishnavas, within the Vaishnava community. Then we are safe. Then we are connected to Krishna's mission. And happily such devotee will watch how Guru and Gauranga Krishna building up this mission and giving us more and more opportunity to serve. They are the doers, they are the planners, they are the doers. And when they do, devotee becomes blissful. This is what it is. Lord is so kind. He is giving me more services. He is doing by giving me an opportunity. Devotee has a role to play, and then he plays happily in the mission of the Supreme Lord. So this connection, this understanding is what is required. Here Kardama is also wondering how is it that all these things are possible, but he knows this is by the arrangement of the Supreme Lord. When Krishna makes arrangements, initially we may not understand, but it will take little time, but one day we will understand, wow, okay, this is what the plan was. And we understand that. But when we are in it, we will not understand. So many doubts, so many questions, so many things will come into the picture. So that's why Prabhupada has made a system that we should simply adhere to the authorities. Under their direction, guidance, we should execute our duties to our best capacity. And when glorious things happen, yes, it's a celebration. Krishna is doing all these miracles, Gurukrama, and then devotees are in bliss. This is the mood of a devotee. We will see Kardama, although he is glorifying Devahuti and the opportunity that he got, in the next shloka we will see he puts one condition. And we will see what is that in the next class. Any question? Shri Prabhupada ki jai.